What up, everybody? I'm just going to cover some of the buffs and nerfs Terry got in this patch. Overall, he's doing amazing. I'm making this video extremely early in the day. My kids are still asleep, so by the time you see this or it's uploaded, I'll already be at work, and many of you will be as well. But hopefully when you come back from work and school, this will cover everything you need to know. So let's get into it. Alright, so the first buff is actually an incredible buff for Terry. His stand medium punch, which is already one of the best moves in the game. It's actually one of Terry's best party starters, so you can, really get the party going like this, send the opponent to the corner, do nice damage. Before, this used to be +1 on hit, but as you see on the bottom side over here, it's now +2. You're going to ask why that's important? I'm going to tell you right now. So if you're a newer player and you just want a tip, anytime a move gets another plus of advantage on hit, you want to go into options and go into counter hit or punish counter and see which other options are available to you. Now that it's +4, it means that this will combo into his stand jab or his crouch jab. The reason that's important is if you combo into crouch jab, you can go into the burning knuckle, send them far away. That can also combo into level 3. And if you combo with the stand jab, you can link it into a DP after. That can also link into a level 3 as well. But the other reason that's important outside of, going for a combo that will do damage like this, go into a level 3, is anytime you can link into a jab, it means Terry has access to a full meter burnout if he wants to go for a kill. So in this game, sometimes you're going to have to use all your resources to secure the kill, and because this move now combos into a stand light punch, it means that Terry actually has another way to use all of his resources. So you can go into the jab variation like this that you see over here, and you still get very good corner carry. You can go into a level 3, but the fact that now he can confirm into this counter hit state and then go into all of his resource usage is very good for Terry to have. It's just another layer to his offense. And the beauty of this is you don't have to waste all your bar if you don't want to. You can go for the setup. So you'll just end it one loop earlier into the medium tackle. And of course, we know if you hit them with a medium tackle and you jump right away, that's a safe jump on most characters in this game. Medium tackle will also go into level 1 if you want. It'll also go into level 2. So it just adds to Terry's arsenal, and that's always a good thing. You know what the beautiful thing is? The party doesn't stop there. If you set the opponent to punish counter, that means now when you hit them with the stand medium punch, it's going to be +6. And if you know another move that's +6, it's Terry's crouch medium punch. Before, you could only get a jab punish off of this, but now you're going to be able to get the medium punch. And I'm going to tell you again why that's important. The first reason is you get more damage now and you get some combo routes, so you can go right into the medium punch, burning knuckle like that. You can also combo a level 3 off of this for a desperation win. But because it combos off of the medium punch, it means that you can also get the power tackle after. And of course, what does that mean when you get the power tackle? You get the safe jump. You can do a level 1 after that. You can do a level 2 off the power tackle. This is a very good thing for Terry to have. The other thing is it also puts him in certain ranges where he can actually get off the light tackle version like that, and you get the extended combo. So you got to look out for that. If you hit someone, at the tip and then you still are going to be able to combo like that, even if you hit them from very far away, you're still going to be able to get the burning knuckle off. Like, this is a huge buff for Terry because it does decent damage and great corner carry. This move is godly now. But wait, there's more. Now if you catch someone with a drive rush, stand medium punch, and you get counter hit, it's +8. What else is +8? Is crouch medium kick. So if you clip them with a random drive rush like that, you can go into that combo that I completely did not miss there. No one saw that. See, first try. You get that combo off. I love this combo, great corner carry, and it's not that expensive to do as Terry. And because it's +8, it'll also combo into his crouch fierce punch if you're point blank. And anytime you combo into the crouch fierce punch like that, it can go into the heavy burning knuckle. Just another good thing to remember. And if by any chance you catch an opponent on a punish counter like this, it'll now combo into a stand fierce. This is good because the first hit of the stand fierce obviously will combo into the power tackle, and then you go into the variation that you want. And this will just be a good tool to switch up with drive rush, fierce punch, and drive rush, stand medium punch, because you want to switch up the timings on the frames once in a while just to keep your opponents guessing. But this opens up another option for Terry. So overall, this was already one of the best moves in the game, and it just went up another level in my opinion. Terry is even good with stand medium punch. Dare I say, it's a god button now? Now the next buff is more of a quality of life buff. It's not the biggest thing in the world, but it is going to help. Now if you hit them with a punish counter, roundhouse kick, or a hard kick like that, you're not going to be pushed back as far as you were before. If you whiff punish them, you're still gonna have to drive rush after to get your follow. The reason this is important now is there are times where you would hit someone with this in the corner and you'd be way out of range. Like, I'm telling you, in the old patch, this crouch medium kick would not have hit. But now the fact that Terry can actually combo into it much easier, you don't have to worry about it. There's so many times I'd get the shimmy up, go for this combo, but I was just out of reach to keep it going. So now that Terry will actually stay closer to the opponent, you don't have to worry about it. You can go into the variation that you want, and you're just going to be more consistent. And the more consistent damage you get, the more wins you're going to get. See? Terry's the man. Also, complete side note, I had this exact same outfit in high school. Maybe I'll post a picture one day if people want to see it. And I'm talking about Terry's outfit, not Elena, you sick perverts. Next buff, it does matter a little. Like, Terry's sweep is now 10 frame startup from 11. It's still not as good as Ken's, not even close to Ken's or Ryu's. But you know what? You take the advantage when you can. Look out for this. Is it a game changer? Absolutely not. But anything that's a plus still goes into the buff section for me. One thing that might make a nerf for it, we're going to have to test it out, is Terry did have some frame kills that relied on this move. So those might be changed, and maybe some are for the better. So we're going to have to go into the lab, and of course, if we find something out, I'll definitely post it for y'all. Another quick buff. This does more damage now, this target combo, medium punch into hard punch. It does have 1 frame quicker of startup, so it's 15 frames now instead of 16. Maybe there's some follow-ups that are going to come from this. Again, if I find them, I'll post them for y'all. But right now, we'll take the little slight damage buff, and I'm sure my boy Kenty will figure something out. But in the meantime, we always take these buffs. So the next buff I want to talk about that might make people's lives a bit easier is the quick burn actually extends you further. So now you can go into 3 jabs and get the full quick burn off. This is good because a lot of people, when they want to go for a quick jab kill, they will go into the DP version into the level 3. I'm going to play it out because I want you to see the damage at the end. A lot of people didn't like this motion. They didn't like doing the stand jabs into the DP and then quickly into the level 3. And it does 3170. But now, the fact that this combos into the quick burn like that, you can mash level 3 right at the end, and it's the easiest confirm in the world. But on top of that, it also does more damage. I think it does like 100 and change more damage. So this might be the route to go, especially if you just do like basic combo enders like that. You're going to be able to get easier conversions off. And I'm sure people are going to figure out, and again, I'll post them if I see them. Who knows how this is going to work if your opponent's in chip damage. Maybe it gives Terry a guaranteed checkmate into level 3 when they're burnt out for the chip. I'll definitely post that in the upcoming weeks if we see it. But in the meantime, this definitely made your life easier when you want to hit that level 3. Another great buff Terry got is now, after the power tackle, the heavy version of the power tackle, it's easier to get the 3 hits of the Crackshoot. Before, you really had to time this late to get it. Now, I'm barely breaking a sweat and I'm getting all 3 hits. Why is that important? Of course I'm going to tell you. First is more damage. More damage is always good. If you get the 2 hits, it'll just act the same way that it did before. Now, you get the 3 hits, you get consistent damage on the 2700 damage, no meter spent. That's pretty good. But wait, there's more. The other thing now, because the 3 hits leaves her higher in the air, you can actually get up the double Buster Wolf combo, and it's not that hard. I'm just mashing it out like you see. And you know, that's 4,000 damage right there off 2 bars. Anytime you can hit double Buster Wolf, you know we're laughing. And the last thing I'll add, I'm going to leave this for the lab monsters, but the fact that she's higher up in the air when you get the 3 hits now, I guarantee people are going to come up with new setups, new frame kills. So look out for this in the future, and of course, I'll post it if I find them. An example of that is maybe it makes more sense to now, after you get the 3 hits, go into the quick burn, do a crouch light kick at the frame kill, and you're +5 in their face. I'm sure you're going to be seeing things like this come up, but anytime you can get more damage and more wake up potential, you know you're eating good. Another great buff they gave Terry, and just a good quality of life change, is that crouch light kick on block is now -2. It used to be -3. Again, why is this important? Now, if you do a drive rush crouch light kick, it's +2 as opposed to being -1, which means you get different frame traps, you get different tick throw setups. That's always good. But wait, there's more. It's just good to know now that if your opponent's burnt out, this is +2 as well as opposed to +1. So again, you'll have different frame traps. Maybe there are different checkmate situations that you're going to get out of this now. but +2 on burnout is also excellent. Capcom, thank you for this. It wasn't needed, but we'll take it. Then the last thing in the buffs, this is kind of like a pseudo buff. It's more of like a swag thing, or maybe sometimes they'll get you the kill, but there's less pushback on the second hit of this twin geyser. What that means is it's easier to just drive rush after to continue the combo. So if you see something like this, I should be able to drive rush no problem, get the medium punch off. I'm sure I can go into other things like the EX tackle into level 1. I know people are going to be figuring things out like that, but it's definitely worth mentioning that this has less pushback on the second hit now. Alright, I'm going to get into the nerfs. Some of the nerfs are really bad, but I'll start off with the crouch medium punch. This move, like many crouch medium punches in this game, you know why they're important. They go into drive rush, you get the party started, they can combo basically into everything. You've been playing this game for 2 years. I'm sure you know how good a crouch medium punch can be. But now, like many other characters, they extended the hurt box on this, so Terry will be able to be punished easier, so you just can't be throwing it out willy-nilly. This is actually something that's happening to so many characters across the board, so, you know, it's not like a major nerf, but it's just something you gotta know. Now, the major nerfs, in my opinion, one, they added the hurt box back to the old version of the medium punch version of Power Wave, which means that Terry can get stuffed out of this easier. And then they added an extended hurt box to the OD version of the Power Wave. And these are two huge nerfs in my opinion. And the reason for that is Terry didn't have a strong fireball in the fireball wars in this game. And the fact that this could get clipped out of fireballs when he first got released really put him in a bad spot when he's trying to play fireballs with Ryu or Guile, especially Guile. And anytime you're doing this move on startup, you're getting clipped out of it. And they reduced that to a few frames, and you're actually able to challenge them on fireballs with reactions a lot easier. But now that they reverted this back, I'm actually very worried about how those fireball wars are going to be with those characters, because Terry really struggles in those situations. And now the next thing, his OD fireball. This was one of the best OD fireballs in the game. It was so slept on, and I would be playing with my buddies, you know, at locals or in person. And when I would hit this, they would jump over it, they'd miss me completely, and I would go for the kill. And we just look at each other like, yes, this move is stupid. But now that the hurt box is extended, you're going to be getting clipped out of those jumps, and people might actually be able to hit you on startup. Because a lot of times we'd be doing this in the corner just to set up some, you know, tricky shenanigans. But if they have a good normal that's going to hit through this, you might be in for a bad time. So these are two big nerfs, especially to one of the most broken fireballs in the game. Which is sad to see, but obviously they can't give Terry everything, you know. He's not Ryu. Did I say that out loud? And then the last section, miscellaneous. These are more things you just need to know. They actually extended the cancel window for this move, so if you ever got the stand medium kick on a counter hit, you can mash super. Some people didn't like that timing, but now they made it extremely easy. You just mash it and it'll come out. Still good to have. I don't really see this as being that viable, but you know, if it gets you the kill, it gets you the kill. And then the final thing is round wave now hits low, so your opponent has to crouch block to do it, to block it. I think the reason they did this is, you know, in the corner, when someone would do this, now you're gonna already be holding back, so you can get the perfect parry off. And if you didn't know, in this game, if an attack hits low, you have to hold down back to do the perfect parry now to get the freeze animation. I think that's the main reason that they did it, but who knows, maybe there's gonna be some crazy mix-ups now where you can fake them with the overhead or you fake them with the round wave. It is really slow, so you'd have to really catch them sleeping at the wheel, but I just thought you should know this is a low now. Also, Terry got his hitbox extended upwards, so hitting up in the sky on two moves, his EX Crackshoot and his EX Burning Knuckle like that. Who knows, maybe this will be a better option for stopping dive kicks and things like that. Only time will tell. I don't want to just do it in training mode like this. I feel like it works better in a real game. But the fact that they extended it upwards, hopefully you'll be able to catch people out of the air a bit easier now. And that's my quick Terry breakdown of the patch. I know it's hard for people to decipher what Capcom is saying in these updates because I don't know where they went to writing school. I don't understand half of these patch notes. It takes a long time to decipher. But if you like the stuff, like, comment, subscribe. You know I got you covered on the Terry stuff. And when SAGAT comes, I'm going to get you on SAGAT as well. Peace out, everybody.